ANC NEC to debate Julius Malima's review application, and 2 people have been burnt to death in a house in Benoni. With the news this hour, I'm Ayanda Kunene. The ANC's National Executive Committee will debate a review application filed by former ANC Youth League President Julius Malema against his suspension tomorrow. ANC Treasurer General Matthews Posa says the party's constitution allows Malema to apply for a review. Posa was speaking at the ANC's Western Cape provincial meeting in Cape Town. The chairperson of the ANC in Mpumalanga, David Mabuza, has called on members of the ANC to improve on how they relate with communities. Addressing delegates at a general council in Witbank, Mabuza emphasized the importance of communicating with communities. He says the lack of communication leads to service delivery protests.
We can say the protests are agitated by individuals. It can be a possibility. But in a number of cases, our people are putting legitimate demands before us. And the ANC not to completely dismiss our people. We need to come close and attend to their matters.
One man has been seriously injured in a fire which gutted 10 shacks at an informal settlement near Crownwood Road in Crown Mines, Johannesburg. Emergency Services spokesperson Senek Matobaka says another man was taken to hospital with shot wounds. He says firemen extinguished the fire last night and emergency services workers entered the buildings to see if there were any people inside. The man suffering from severe burnt wounds were found and taken to hospital. Another man was found with 2 shot wounds. Matoboka says there might be more people who had been shot. The circumstances surrounding the fire and the shooting are being investigated. The SA Communist Party's interim secretary in Limpopo, Gilbert Kganyago, has blamed poor service delivery by the provincial government on some members of the SACP. In his report at the party's 6th provincial elective conference in Makhado, Kganyago said corruption, maladministration, financial mismanagement and greed have been happening in the presence of 5 SACP members deployed to the Provincial Executive Council. He says the so-called communists use the SACP to get positions in government for self-enrichment. Kganyago has repeated the SACP's call that Premier Castle Matale and his provincial cabinet resign.
There are some people who, in the midst of the run-up towards Polokwane Conference in 2007, came to associate themselves with the Communist Party, brought into cabinet disguised as communists, but in fact were just friends of those who appointed them. Once they arrived there, they betrayed the Communist Party.
2 people have been burnt to death in a house in Benoni, Ekurhuleni. ER24's Vanessa Jackson says the cause of the fire is not yet known. She says paramedics were called to the scene, but by the time the fire had been put out, the man and a woman who were inside the house were already dead. The incident happened last night.